We
have
did
lowered-
not.
You have lowered.
He's
the
under the
insurance.
same contract you are, Ed. He chose the option to take the 30%.
It was 30% of the 2017 rate.
Okay.
Well, you have dropped that rate twice. What have you did for this man? Nothing.
I'm not gonna ask any more questions and just let him vote.
You dropped
Our insurance premium went down twice. 2 years in a row. But they kept ours the same. They give us the,
Same
they
benefits.
pay us, they pay the difference what the insurance doesn't cover.
Which I'm not gonna discuss because that's actually in agreements. I'm not discussing it out here.
I didn't
All right.
ask for it to be discussed. I just wanted to bring it to your attention that you already carved him out.
Well, excuse me again, but he did that himself when he brought the bulletin and tried to show us all this stuff. And then I personally think this is a personal thing. I wouldn't want my insurance discussed in the open public, but he chose to make himself out there. So he did that himself. That's nothing anybody else has done.
He was asked to.
Who asked him?
You guys asked him to go ahead and speak.
I did.
No, that's tonight. She's talking about when he had a display and everything last
And
time.
you wouldn't let him finish.
Yeah.
Take
Okay.
I got a motion on the floor.
You got a motion on the floor. Anybody gonna second it?
What's your motion again? I don't.
Make a motion to approve it subject to the creation of the MOU.
I'll second the motion.
Get a motion and a second. I think we've already discussed it more than enough. Anybody? How do you vote?
Tom,
Yes.
Kathy,
No.
Doug,
Yes.
Tammy,
Yes.
Ed,
No.
3 yes, 2 no's, motion carried.
Okay, since it carried, what are we doing? Yeah,
You have 2 days to do
yeah,
your
2
MOU
days to
and
get
have both
a
sides
hold of the
sign.
union and work some kind of, wave a magic wand and work it out, I guess.
All right, you've got your union stored here. I'm sure he'll talk to the people from the local, from the Cardillo. and-
Talk about saving money. Now, you just are gonna pay him more money now to write this up. Just keep track of this.
What I'd like then is the union to give me some kind of proposal that's gonna carve him out.
You mean put him back in?
Well,
No.
what he's getting is not gonna apply to anybody else, right?
Pardon?
What he's getting does not apply to, this 30 plus isn't gonna apply to anybody else.
No. No, he's the only one in the road department on it.
Right now.
Okay, but it will never apply to anybody else is the point. The plus is never gonna apply to anybody else if they get into the same circumstance, right? Isn't that what the MOU is supposed to say?
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
Is that what, is the union
I
willing to
feel-
go
I feel
that
like
way?
good with that.
Okay, well, would you send me some language that,
I'll have Larry send it to you tomorrow.
okay.
So what do we do about our other employee?
Yeah.
Which? Oh, we have another employee that's requesting it?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
We have another employee that opts out.
Well, what the MOU is supposed to say is he's the only one. I don't care if anybody else, not that I care.
Right.
But I mean, it is not the case that anyone else would qualify for this particular benefit.
That stops the past practice.
Okay, so.
Well, that's
okay.
slightly unfair.
Yeah,
She's
well,
not in the
regardless.
union.
Well,
Your other
Regardless,
employee is not in the union.
Are we gonna put a number on it?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Well, okay, it has a number right now, 30%. Are we gonna make it 40%,
Well, nobody,
38%,
I'm not sure. this-
50%?
I didn't get
Well, I
any
mean-
instruction on that.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Why don't we
asking you.
approve the dollar amount to $200 per month?
I
think it
didn't
comes out
make
to
the motion and I didn't vote
43%.
for it.
I think it comes out to 43%. You're still saving 57%. Still makes it one of the cheapest employees you have.
So this individual would go from 30% to 47%.
43, he said.
43%. And
Again, using his
no-
numbers. I
No
don't
one,
know. Yeah,
yeah, I'm certainly don't
Yeah.
know. No one else would qualify for any of this. I mean, that's what I'm being told.
I guess that's the
Yeah.
narrow line you gotta walk here, I don't know. I think it's foolish. That's just my own personal opinion. I think it's foolish to negotiate that contract, renegotiate that contract. And we are sitting here right now dealing with a lot of the stupid mistakes that were made when that contract was negotiated.
Rick, you can attest to this, the contract that we have is essentially the same as it was in what year was that we adopted that?
99?
99? Over the years, it's essentially the same contract.
Whoop-de-doo.
But you're so high and mighty as king, you would have done better, I understand.
Well, there's been a lot of stupid mistakes made since this board's been in. Manipulation.
Well, there's two of them back there. The union guy is who? Okay. And the union, the fellow to whom this applies is who?
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I've got another item. Spent a little time in the parking lot before the meeting, and the parking lot's cracking apart. Last year I suggested that we have it sealed. And I think it would be wise to get prices, phone bids if nothing else, on what it would cost to seal that parking lot before winter comes. It costs $35,000 to have that paved, and it's starting to spider crack. So I'm gonna suggest, make a motion that we solicit phone quotes. I don't think it'll be up to the bid amount. Phone quotes for having the lot sealed.
And lines painted?
Yeah, well, my end will have as a separate add-on, sometimes they'll pay lines for nothing when they're here.
Then we don't have to buy that paint?
Yeah.
Can you get better stuff than,
This lasted, about 3 years though?
can you use the same stuff they do on the road, or do you have to use the same stuff they use in residential?
I don't know what they used. There was an outfit, in fact, that lived over on the
Well,
loop.
residential here.
Those folks still on the loop that have the company that did it.
That
It's
water
still over
main
there?
stuff's garbage.
They did a wonderful
I don't know
job.
whether they're still doing that or not, but yeah.
They did a wonderful job and they were reasonably
Well, the
priced.
guy in Daring's old house.
Yeah, yeah. But I move that we get prices as, having it sealed and or lined as a separate add-on.
So what's your motion?
Just a motion to solicit
Phone bids.
phone quotes. No action until we know what it is.
I'll second. Got a motion and a second.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you use Act 13 money for that?
We did before because of
I didn't
the
know that.
recreation center.
Instead of making it come out of the general fund.
Ed,
Dawn, did you discuss about that mower?
That's all.
Oh, yeah, well,
yeah,
I
we'll
forgot
get,
about
we'll
that.
get to it.
Yeah,
We got a motion and a second. How do you vote?
Tammy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah,
Tom,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Ed,
Yeah. Okay,
5 yes, motion carried.
okay. Yeah, you need,
What was the price on that stuff, Ed?
Under 20,
You said like 2,300, wasn't it?
26, I think it
Oh,
was.
26?
I
Yeah, that
believe.
whole
I gave the numbers
drivetrain,
to
that,
Steve.
and, see, you got your main one comes back, then you have two goes off from
Yeah.
that. And it's one of them sides like this here.
and it's the clutch and,
It's 2 clutch packs, 2 universals, a coupler, and a drive line.
and it's just the parts?
what does it, we haven't had it that long, what do we pay for that?
$4
I thought
grand.
you
I
said
think it was,
6,000.
I thought it was 4.
All
but-
four?
4,000, I think.
Yeah,
We don't want to spend half of
yeah,
what it's worth to
Spend half to fix it.
yeah.
fix it.
That was a good deal.
Cheaper than new.
Well,
What's a new one cost?
the only thing, like I told Ed, you have to loosen them clutch pads up. if it's set all winter and that, and you should loosen them up before you put it away. And then you've gotta spin those things and shine them all up, and then you have to torque them down to specifications and go from there, then they'll slip.
Breaking- breaking
See,
stuff.
when it hit, and they got it last winter, it's never been done, and it's froze up, so when it hit, it just tore everything up, it never slipped like it's supposed to.
Didn't
I'll
bust,
do the same thing on balers.
Yeah,
I'll do the same thing on balers.
didn't bust no gearboxes or nothing, they just drive shaft and the clutch pack.
What's a new machine
Drive
cost?
shaft, clutch pack, and
oh,
universal.
you're
Oh,
talking.
that way,
Like that
what is
that way?
it, what is that, how
You're
wide is that
talking
in?
12,000-13,000.
Yeah,
I think it's, well, it only has one wing on it. It's a half a wing.
yeah.
Oh, it's not 18 foot or 15 foot?
No, it's,
Oh, it's like 12 foot.
yeah, it's missing one wing.
Oh, okay, well
It's
then you're
still-
only, you're
it's still 10
talking,
grand, probably.
you're talking, probably, 9,000,
Yeah.
8 or 9,000.
That could go out of liquid fuels if we have it, right?
We do.
We have enough to buy it, looking at another.
Well, that's only in,
I have to spend
price
$2,000 on a one that's only worth $4,000 when we're done.
yeah.
And that's just to get us back running. It needs a lot of other stuff. I was telling Tom, when you go to let it down, it don't just
Yeah.
come down, it falls, like the
That
hinge is
hinges
bent.
and
So
that's
the-
all.
Yeah, and it means the
Screwed up in
pistons
there.
going bad and the,
Well, the cylinder's good, but the hinge, it binds on the hinge, there's a big pin that goes back through, and it's
Yeah.
like a hinge. And it locks, and then it all of a sudden just
when
breaks.
it goes
free.
over center, it goes
Yeah.
fast. Yeah.
You probably could look on a state bid list,
Well, those are a maintenance item. A brush hog is a
if
maintenance.
some
item.
available.
I mean, all it does is hit everything, and you can mow with it.
Okay.
Especially along the roads.
So, what do you guys wanna
I
do?
want to move with the road master come back next month with some
Run that one
suggestions
first
on.
time through the year, and then run the other one once you get over.
Like you
We'll
better go a
probably
little
get
faster than
off the
next
state
month.
list and buy a new one. If we have, we have liquid fuels available, or Act 13 funds.
So you wanna get prices on the new one?
Yeah, I hate to spend that kind of money on, not end up with anything when we're done.
Yeah.
Get the kind you want, you know. Cause you just use the right-hand side like that, don't you?
Yep.
You could
Yeah.
use the main one a little bit, but that's what ideally was if the one straight behind you would be offset a couple feet,
Right,
and then you had the one you could put up on the bank. That would be ideal. That way you didn't have to run the tractor in the ditch. You could run it right on the side.
right,
They make them
right.
too.
A
They
one-shot
It's
deal,
like a
and you're
hillside
done with it.
hitch. Like-
Yeah.
Right, like a hillside hitch.
Yeah, the pivot goes in
Yeah.
the ditch itself. Yeah, those are, I
Right.
know what you're talking about, I've seen them.
Well, I don't have a problem with getting prices.
I would,
Do we need a,
no, anybody should do that.
all right,
Back with prices, and we can actually vote on
Yeah.
next time.
but they're out of business for now on that, with that thing anyway.
Probably use that one for trade-in. Good parts machine.
Okay. So we're gonna, next meeting, we'll have some prices.
You know, I mean, is there anybody in favor of spending $2,000 to fix it? And not be, still not have anything?
You only had to spend another 4 to get one, what you call it.
Yeah.
Right, and that makes
And then
sense.
maybe even make it better for them, so.
How much time will we lose in the meantime?
How did you mow before?
We had the boom mower.
The boom mowers, so you can continue on with the boom mowers?
We're gonna continue mowing, yeah.
Yeah. It
Well, I
just-
guess we are. I can't speak for Steve.
Well, no, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying, you
we still
can,
have- We still have.
you have
access
the
to
ability to mow even with this thing
Yes.
down. Okay,
Just a little slower process.
yeah. Okay. We don't need a motion then, we're just gonna, okay. Anybody else?
And you're gonna have Steve do that?
Yeah, I'll talk to him. Tom,
Yeah, I'll
talk to
talk
him.
to him, tell him
Get
what.
Steve and Tom together, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody wanna go home?
2 hours ago.
Yeah.
I so move, we adjourn.
I'll second. Got a motion to adjourn, how do you vote?
Bud?
Yeah.
Tammy?
Yes.
Tom?
Yep.
Kathy?
Yes.
Ed?
Sure.
5 yes, motion carried.